the idea is that when Chazal make a Midrash that seems to have a full narrative to it that came from seemingly nowhere based on a very cryptic reading of one pasuk or something, that sometimes what they're really doing is they're saying, I think this pasuk and the topic that I'm referencing is really connected with a whole other story that's written out in full length in the Torah itself. So, like the same way that we have a story about Yosef receiving spices from Yaakov that are the same spices that he had smelled before, and that's like a secret sign, that allows Chazal to say, oh, Yosef sent carriages, which are agalot, to Yaakov, and that was a sign to Yaakov about Eglah Ufa. So they're borrowing a narrative element from something that's in the Torah to invent a midrash that gives you a different perspective and connects those two passages together. We didn't explicate that part. In the case of Haran and Avram, what I'm saying is that that whole midrash has many elements connecting it to the blessing given to Yaakov and stolen from Esav, seemingly, because you have Nimrod, who's a Botzai Lifnei Hashem, whereas Esav is talked about as a Isho Deatzai, and he's going to be blessed Lifnei Hashem. You have two brothers who are competing with each other. You have the idea of a plate of food that's leading to it's like in the center of a conflict because of this plate of food that Avram supposedly makes the idols fight over. You even have the idea of roasted meat, right? These are two human beings who are going to be thrown into a fire. And the story over with Yaakov and Esav is about taking an animal and roasting it, whether it's going to be a deer, whether it's going to be a goat. And you have this idea of like making a decision between two brothers where one of them is the Yaakov Avram brother and one of them is the Haran Nimrod brother. So, but in this case, sorry, the Haran Esav brother, but in this case, the elements are jumbled a bit because Nimrod is kind of in the deciding powerful figure position in one story, whereas Yitzhak is deciding in the other case, and the hunter is one of the people being decided over. So it's not that they're exactly parallel, but they have so many shared elements that it's very hard to ignore a relationship there, which I think you maybe could argue is what Chazal are doing when they're spinning this story. Like, where are they getting their material from? And the fundamental thing that they're recognizing is the story about Yitzchak and Yaakov and Esav is also about whether we can force Hashem's hand or whether something else needs to be going on here.